Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today we have the review of the Digimon Reboot Plamo Omegamon. Now, as mentioned, this is not a figurine, this is actually a plastic model where you have to build like Gunpla kits. Recently this got my attention, and this came out around 2012, so I'm a little bit late for the review, but hey, it doesn't really matter for me because I got this mostly for nostalgic values. As a kid, as a person who also grew up watching the original Digimon series and watching the first Digimon movie where it made its first appearance, yeah, I'm pretty much satisfied with just having the kit. Now, regarding the kit, I'm gonna say that it's not the greatest kit of all times because there's a lot of issues if you ask me. Now, once again, I'm also really trying out some other Bandai Plamo kits other than Gunpla. So recently, this is my recent one that I tried out. Now I'm going to try out some Code Geass kits, especially the Gurren because it got my attention recently. Anyway, let's get on to the review. Now, first of all, let's go with components. First of all, you get, of course, the Omegamon him itself. I believe in the US they call him the Omnimon, but oh well, that's that. For leftover parts, you get some leftover polycaps, practically the same type of polycaps as used in Gunpla kits. And then you get some sticker sheets, and I did not use everything. I'll basically explain what I've used and what I didn't use, and yada yada. Alright, so, and here are its components. And I'm gonna, oh, sorry about that. Here are its components that you're supposed to get. Now, here is in Korea, we call this the gray sword. Now, it comes in pure white, but at least everything is engraved on the sword. You can see all the writings and engravement on it, so it's not impossible to color. I wanted to show you guys in this way because to show you guys how it comes in. So, you have to either use the stickers front and back, and then, or you can just color it, which might be really tricky to some people. You get the Garuru cannon, nothing too special. You get an action-based connector, and I'm gonna say this: if you're getting this kit, I highly recommend you also get an action base for this because this is not the best balanced kit at all. And here you get some sort of chip-looking thing with the QR code from the sticker sheet. I haven't actually scanned this yet, but maybe this is some sort of reference I'm not getting. But oh well. All right, let's get on to the review. So, oh boy! Now, before I start off, I just want to get go on with the usual how big this is. Now, here is right next to a typical HG kit. So I'm gonna say this: it's around at the average size or height of an average master grade, considering right next to the HG. The build wise, it's actually more of a high grade so don't expect like too much intricate or detailed builds regarding this. Alright, now let's get on to the review. Now let's start with the head. Now this, well, before actually that, if you look at the overall design, it looks more mechanical, especially those extra arms. Yeah, this is like the concept of more mechanized Omegamon. But of course the head pretty much looks the same to me, or a little bit. Although I really don't like the eyes regarding this kit. It looks kind of different. I mean, a little bit more humanish than the one I saw in the movie. And it seems a lot smaller as well, but oh well. The head can go down that much, up that much, which isn't much actually, and then it can go to the side about that much. I'm not gonna go even 360 because the chin, the back section of the head gets collided with the neck area a lot. And those yellow horns are separate pieces, but they do tend to wobble or move a lot, so just be careful. Now here's the obvious. The chest part uses the most stickers. I color the light blue areas. That's supposed to use a light blue sticker with metallic blue. I know it's messy. I need to clean it up one more time. I used the Gundam marker, so it didn't give me the best results. Including the green orb area that's supposed to be a sticker. So that's 6, 8. That's already 9 stickers. If you include the head, that's 11 already. So while you're building the head and body, you're supposed to use 11 stickers. So that's not the best for me. The body has a little bit of articulation, sort of an ab crunch going on. Okay, come on. I'm gonna zoom out. Now it can go back to that a lot, but this will be the main issue. Unless I made this unless I actually did this upside down. I followed the instruction manual and this is how it gave me. But yeah, it can go also forward that much. So that's that. Okay. before I actually go on to the shoulder articulation, I want to talk about the back. Now, those who've seen Omegamon should know that he has a cape, but instead of this version, instead of having a cape, they give you some sort of wing type of thing. Now, it can move about 90 degrees or less than 90 degrees, and then you can technically flap open the cape to make it look like wings, but these really don't have much purposes other than aesthetic. And you can see there's a ton of panel lining opportunities on there. I just only did a few, so go figure. Okay, for the shoulder movement, it has a pretty good amount of shoulder movement like this, like typical HG kits these days. So that's that, and then the arm can go less than 90 degrees to the side, and you have this gigantic shoulder on each side. Both will get in the way a lot when you're doing certain poses. So this is the main aspect that hinders the decent articulation that the kit itself actually has. It's like the Master Grade Gilgook 2.0, where the inner frame has a lot of good articulation, but gets hindered by the bulky design armor. So that's that. So once again, on the shoulder, this is pretty obvious. You get 2 silver stickers, you put it inside, and then you put a red clear piece on top. The arms can go about less than 90 degrees to the side, and they have 2 twisting points, one on the actual arm and one on the top right over here, like that. And then only has a 90-degree bend. That's the best I can show you guys actually. So that's that. And then it can move 360 if you want to, but once again it's going to get hindered by the process, by the cape. So that's that. And I want to show you guys the arm. Once again, more mechanical looking. The eyes are sticker, white horns, very nice looking. You can open the mouth and then reveal a hole here, which actually is the main gimmick to put in the gray sword, like that. So yeah, I do like its design or looks, but yeah, I mean, once again, the kit cannot pull off some good poses because of its own design, so that's the main bad part. Now for the other shoulder, those yellow part spikes are separate pieces, and this shoulder, and okay, I'm gonna take these parts off actually. You can see that this part is connected to the ball joint, and that black section over on the shoulder is also, on the arm, is also supposed to be a sticker. This side also uses the same poly cap, but this one tends to pop out easier. And you can see that each arm is different. This one is on the side, this one's on the top, so this part actually really will hinder a lot when you're doing certain poses. The shoulder will collide with the head a lot, like that. You can see I'm a little bit pissed. Okay, once again, same case, less than 90 degrees, 90-degree bend. Here's the other head. The nose is actually a separate piece, and then eyes are once again more mechanical looking stickers. And I did do a good amount of panel lining regarding the kit because it looked way too bland. And if you open the mouth, you can see there's like already a small cannon going on. This is just to give you an illusion to show you guys like it's like a folded up version. You have to pull this out and put the other cannon inside like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then once again, if you don't want to have this version as well, you can just close it away since you don't actually see it. So it doesn't really matter. It really depends on you. Alright, once again, the body itself can go 360 if you want to do so, and do tell me if I actually did make this like upside down, because I'm starting to think I actually did make this upside down, or the wrong way, but yeah. I mostly follow the instruction manuals really clearly, so I hope I didn't actually. And on the sides, these parts are supposed to be yellow stickers. I just used the Gundam Golden marker as well. And here are the legs, which also has some issues. Now the pegs that connects to the main waist are very short. So at my first early stages building this kit, they popped out a lot. Now I did added some primer and then stuffed in a little bit like tissue dust inside there, so it becomes a little bit more stiff. So I hope that's working as well. So for the legs, as mentioned, they have a good amount of side swivel, can go to the side 90 degrees like that. And then can go forward 90 degrees like that, and it has a double jointed bend, but very stiff on this part, which is actually good. Stiff is supposed to be good. Now the part that isn't stiff is, for me, or at least is on one side of feet. Now it has your typical ball jointed feet. Well, the ankle, oh come on, the ankle itself is not actually a ball joint that connects. It's actually on 2 pegs, so it moves around like this, and this part got extremely weak for some reason, so it moves way too easily. And there's 2 parts that actually broke regarding this part, but that's kind of like something else I broke. But yeah, so so sometimes when you're posing this will like go like this, like that. So the ankles aren't that great on this kit. And for the feet, I'm just gonna show this part because this part's going shit. The feet has the toes can move like that, and then another movement on the other side. So there's two bending points on the feet. So that's pretty much it for the review. For articulation wise, it has decent articulation on certain areas. The only part that's kind of the downside is the shoulders, because, or not shoulder, but the actual arms. The arms don't have much articulation. I mean, it's enough, but the problem is it gets anytime you try to do a certain pose, it will collide with those gigantic shoulders a lot. Like your head will be colliding with the shoulders, or the shoulders don't move that much, so you're gonna like end up with a awkward pose. So once again, if you're getting this kit, I highly suggest you get a action base, and then yeah, because these are one of those kits that you're gonna buy, you're gonna build, and you're gonna put on a certain pose and not gonna touch too often. So if you can take that in, yeah, I'd recommend this. But once again, also it is a sticker heavy kit, so just be prepared to color it as well. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the Digimon Reboot Plamo Omegamon. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.